Welcome to the Ben Nano Podcast, where we're calling a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. The WNBA All-Star Weekend ratings are here. They have arrived. We have the skills challenge. We have the three-point contest. And we have numbers for the most exciting, entertaining, overwhelmed with joy WNBA All-Star game we have seen in quite some time. We have ratings for that disaster as well. There's good news and there's bad news. Stephanie White, Caitlin Clark in an interview with Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe, she maybe alludes to, hey, maybe I'm not Steph's cup of tea. If I'm shooting once and I'm hitting it, and I'm shooting twice, I'm hitting it, I'm coming down and I'm pulling the third time. Coach might not like that, but I'm like that. And don't worry, folks, the venue is open today, so if you have nothing better to do, feel free, come down, Ben Daniel Podcast TV, and come hang out with us. Three-point contest, ESPN, ABC, and Disney score the historic viewership for the 2025 WNBA All-Star events. Friday, July 18th, ESPN airs the most watched WNBA skills and three-point contest ever, averaging 1.3 million viewers, which is up 89% versus last year's WNBA skills and three-point contest, up 89%. Huge W, huge win for the WNBA. And some of you might be asking, what was the number for last year's three-point contest and skills challenge? Have no fear, for I am here. 0.38 rating, and only 695,000 people tuned in to watch last year's three-point contest and skills challenge. I don't remember it being that low, but god damn, that's low. I don't remember it being that low, but that's pretty darn low. Now the question is, with Caitlin Clark's announcement for the three-point contest, how many people still tuned in hopes of seeing her because they don't spend their time on social media staying up to date with everything Indiana Fever? They're a casual fan. They see, oh, she's announced. Okay, she's announced on ESPN. Perfect. Let me wait for Friday and I'll come watch her. How many of that carryover was still there that helped inflate these numbers from 695 to 1.32? I think it was going to be a larger number anyway, based on how low that 695 is. If you told me last year was 695, I would have told you, yeah, this year is definitely going to be higher than that, with or without Caitlin, based on sheer just WNBA. I mean, just a little bit, you know what I mean? I want to know what the peak is, but we haven't made privy to those numbers yet. Caitlin Clark was initially set to participate in the three-point contest, but she was absent due to injury. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. What did I say? All-Star game last year, 3.4. Peak 3.7. This year, 2.5 and above, I think, would be qualified as a success. Without Caitlin Clark. Without Caitlin Clark, I did specify. 2.5 or above without Caitlin Clark, I think we'd be able to deem that as a success. Raise your hand if you thought they did 2.5 or better. Go ahead, raise your hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Put your hands down. We're not in school. All-Star game ratings from this past weekend was the second most watched WNBA All-Star game ever, behind 2024. No surprise there. The 2025 WNBA All-Star game was the most watched program of the night across all of TV. The night, not the day. With 2.2 million average viewers, up 158% from the 2023 WNBA All-Star game. This is very similar to the WNBA draft, comparing it to 2023. Very similar to how they are presenting this graphic. We all know the most watched ever is because of Caitlin Clark, and we all know that the reason that it's up 158% from 2023 is because of Caitlin Clark. Now let's get into these numbers. What was it last year? We talked about it earlier. Last year, they did 3.4 million views on ESPN. I have that somewhere over here, down 36% from last year with 3.4 million views when Caitlin Clark and teammates played the Olympic team. Now, this game wasn't nearly as competitive. Caitlin Clark didn't play. But seeing, oh yeah, that's right. They didn't say what it was down from 2024. Don't worry, I got y'all. Right, I got y'all down 36%. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you guys. Up 158 from 2023, but down 36% from last year. Up, but down. Yes, the 158% is solely because of Caitlin Clark. Make no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't know if this is a solid number, to be fair. I was very steadfast at 2.5 million would be something that they can celebrate as a success. But when you see 1.2 million people not come back, when you see 1.2 million people either maybe turn it on for 5 minutes and turn it off because it's so uncompetitive, non-competitive, I'm not sure if that's a something to do backflips about, to be fair. If this game was more competitive, I'm sure the number would be a little higher, to be honest with you. I think the number would be higher if it was competitive, if it looked more like a game. Then you have the stunt in the beginning, pay us what you... I'm sure there's a percentage of the population, not a large percent, but a percentage that saw that and didn't want to turn back. Like, oh yeah, this is why I don't watch. This is why I only watch when CC plays. I'm sure there's a percentage of people like that as well. I'm sure the countdown was like, I don't want to. I'm sure there's a lot of contributing factors as to why so many people fell off a cliff. Going from 3.4 to 2.2, I don't know if that's that positive. I know we can celebrate compared to 2023, but when we look at the trends, we're 2 years in and there's already a dip. That's because Caitlin Clark isn't there. When I dip, you dip, weed. That's because Caitlin Clark isn't there. Let's get into this quick Stephanie White thing, shall we? Stephanie White, Caitlin Clark. Let's take a listen.
I would say more so professionally, like that Liberty game. I feel like as a shooter, like when you see like 2 or 3 go in, especially like for me, like if I have 2 back to back in a row, like I'm probably gonna launch a third that maybe isn't advised by
For
Steph,
sure.
but like I gotta get it up. And then if the third goes in, like you're just hot. I think as a shooter, like your confidence just builds and builds and builds. It's just coming off your hand better. The rim looks big. I would say more.
This is nothing, folks. This is nothing. Not surprising that we know Stephanie White's going to say, hey, maybe not shoot a third in a row. Not surprising that we know Lisa Bluter would say, oh, you better shoot that third in a row. We knew that already. This is just confirming things that we already knew. Am I going to throw a tantrum about it? No. But the fact that Caitlin Clark comes out and says it, it's nice to hear from her, to be honest with you. It's nice to hear her speak so candidly about, maybe this isn't Steph's cup of tea when I just am on a heater. But I'm on a heater. My name's Caitlin Clark. But the thing that I want to talk about here is, if your player's hot, you don't want them in the back of their mind thinking to themselves, oh, I don't know if coach is going to like this. That's what I will say. If you hit 1 in a row, ooh, I'm feeling it. You hit 2 in a row, ooh, I'm feeling it. You're pulling up, getting ready for the third in a row, and in the back of your mind is lingering, ooh, I don't know if coach is going to like this. If I miss it, I'm going to get pulled for Aaron McDonald because it's at the 5 minute and 7 mark. I don't want my star player to think like that. I want my star player to play freely, loosely, do what you got to do, especially when they're on Caitlin Clark's level, who makes more wise decisions with the basketball than bad decisions with the basketball. This isn't going to make me think any less of Stephanie White because I've already figured this about Stephanie White. But this just confirms that Caitlin Clark does play with that thought in the back of her mind. Maybe coach doesn't want me to go on a heater and rain down threes on the basketball court. In that Liberty game, imagine not having that 45 seconds of Caitlin Clark hitting back to back to back because she has the coach in her head making her second guess her decisions. I don't want to be robbed of that, and I don't think you guys want to be robbed of that either. Folks, we are in the venue tonight. Indiana Fever in New York against the New York Liberty. The New York Liberty, they just signed Emma Meeseman. Oh, goodness gracious. The rich keep getting richer. She's one of the few players who I can say, oh, you're not too bad. You're pretty good. Why do I say that? She's one of the few players that shoots over 50% from the field and over 35% from three for her career, over 230 games played. She could put the ball in the bucket at an efficient rate. And that gets kudos to me. They got Stephanie Talbot. John Cole Jones is returning from injury. While they're getting more, we just get less and less and less and less and less. And I guess we're not making any type of just move with this open roster spot that we have and this, 100-something thousand that we have lingering to sign up. No, we're not getting any of that. We're not getting any. It is what it is. I'll see you guys tonight in the venue. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'll appreciate so much if you guys subscribe. 1.3 million average for the three-point contest. 2.2 million average for the All-Star game. What do you guys think? W for the WNBA or an L for the LNBA? We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.